what is typography and why is it so necessary to use it in an accurate way in your video editing or in your still image designs? Let's put it simple. Typography is the style and appearance of your written words, not just the font style, but sometimes you need to write it bigger than the other words in the sentence. Sometimes you need to write with or is in uh, lower font size and other in the higher font size. You need to work with that. You need to know where should I use such kind of typography. Let's come to our screen and let's see what I was talking about. Now this is typography, the style and appearance of your font sizes, typography, no matter how it looks. Then I said, keeping in mind how to write it well. Sometimes you need to write a word in lower cases, or sometimes you need to write it in upper cases. Sometimes you need to lower the font size of few letters, sometimes you need to increase the font size of few words. If you guys have seen the text I have written in the other videos, previous videos, all of them are in upper cases. So let's come to the characters, upper cases, first step. Second, the Fana word is in the second line, so I'm gonna increase the its font size. Let's decrease the line spaces. Now this is how it looks. If you want, you can decrease the first line, I mean the size of the first line a little bit more. You can write it in another way as well. Let's come to the characters and put the line spaces to auto, increase or align them to center, increase the learn font size and also Fana font size, make it bold, decrease the line space, change the font style, let's go to the character. This is also a typography. I increased both sizes of the first line and the last line, or you can say first word and last word. In the middle, I decreased the word size and also changed the font style as well. Now, if you want to change it or you want to change the first word, change it to something it looks well. This was the second thing. The third thing in typography, you can also do what, for example, let's write a code. Today's decrease font size. Press or hold Shift and Alt, release it. Let's change it font size or font style to Roboto. I mostly use Roboto medium. Select all of them, the second line. Go to the characters, or you can increase it from here as well, font size. Now come to the leaders, change it to upper cases, all of them, and increase its font size, increase line spaces too, This is also typography. Your font size, font style, the way it's written, the size you have or the style you have used, all of them are counted in typography. So this was the answer of our first question, what is typography? Now let's come to the second question, which wasn't asked in the previous video or in the start of the video. We have typeface and we have font. What's typeface and what's font? Maybe you have heard about these words. I'm sure you have heard about font, but I'm not sure most of you guys have heard about typeface. In the start of the class, when I taught you guys type tool, I said this is font family, this one is font style, and this one is font size, obviously. Now, font, typeface and font, most of the people think they are both the same thing, but it's not. Typeface is a kind of, you can think of a family, and font, you can think of members of those family. Yeah, typeface, family. Font, members of family. For example, we have font like Roboto. Mostly I use Roboto. Roboto font is a typeface, but in Roboto we have italic, bold, regular, medium, black, bold italic, black italic, medium italic. All of them are different fonts, which is known as font style. I hope you guys understood. Let's come to our screen. Let's write the first one in Roboto: thin, thin italic, light, light italic. Let's come to the medium. Yeah, medium is okay. Medium italic, bold, bold italic, and last one is black and black italic. Now we have one typeface, which is Roboto. How many fonts do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 fonts in the family of Roboto typeface. This is the main difference between typeface and font. Mostly people call them font family and font size. The typeface is called font family and the font is called font style in softwares. But in academically, typeface is the font family and font is the font style. Now, I hope you guys understood. If you haven't, rewind the video, watch it again. Now let's come to another lesson about typography. The third thing about typography is fonts which are serif and fonts which are sans-serif. What's serif and sans-serif? If you guys have seen the words or the letters, at the end of them they have a dash. Wherever they end, they have dash, like this text. Can you see this dash? Here, there, you can see the R, and some of them or most of the fonts we have sans-serif fonts. Now this is sans-serif. You guys can differentiate them very well. The serif font looks like this. The sans-serif fonts looks like this. I think serif and sans-serif word is a French word. Serif means with dash. In sans-serif, sans means without. I know about this. Sans means without, and serif, the same whole thing without this dash. So if you guys are using serif fonts, it means you're using the dashed one fonts, and if you're using sans-serif fonts, it means you're using the fonts which does not or do not have any dashes like this. Why serif and why sans-serif? Now let's come to the usages of them. Where can we use serif fonts or where can we use sans-serif fonts, or where they are mostly used? If you guys have ever read newspapers, Newspapers are written in serif fonts, and books, novels, books, most of the books are written in serif fonts. And the last thing, I think mostly classic designs. Classic designs are in serif fonts. What about sans-serif? In sans-serif, mostly applications, if you guys have seen applications or you're gonna see it often now, all of them are used in sans-serif fonts. The next thing, websites. Websites we are using sans-serif fonts, but sometimes it's what can we say, exceptions, that sometimes serif fonts are also used in sans-serif websites, or in websites, not in sans-serif websites, but in websites. I think Wikipedia. Let's see if Wikipedia has used serif or sans-serif fonts. Wikipedia has used serif fonts, but Wikipedia name isn't. Sorry, Wikipedia name is in serif, but all the other contents are in sans-serif fonts. So in applications and websites we use sans-serif fonts, and also in classic design, modern designs. In modern designs we use sans-serif fonts. These two fonts are mostly used in these 6 platforms. We also have some fancy fonts, decorative fonts, like for example, let's see if I have one. Now these fonts, it's just a fancy font for decoration or for designs, it's good. Or this one, classic, or you can say these things, this one. We have a lot of decorative fonts, mostly people have created them, which is not serif, not in the sans-serif category. You guys can use it in your designs if they matches. If not, no need to use them. You guys may think, where can we find fonts? Go to Google, write Google fonts. Now here are some Google fonts. Why Google fonts? Because they do not have any copyright claim. If you use it in your websites or designs, no one can claim for copyright. If you download from somewhere else, maybe they have the copyrights and you have used it in your designs, maybe you will be destroyed. Now we know all about typography. Let's apply it. In typography, we can play with every word, with each word in our designs. For example, if you are writing a quote, for example, don't let yesterday take too much of today. It's a quote. We can do at first, let's change its font or typeface to Roboto. Now I can change each single word's typeface or font style or size. Now let yesterday, today the same font, button capital, yesterday also capital, take to finished. I changed most of the font family, or you can say typefaces of each words. Some of them are same, like today and yesterday are same, much and take are same. Let's change it to outline. Now we cannot do any changes in our text or the code I have written. right click on it, ungroup it because all of them are grouped now. I wanna group each and every word or each single words separately. First I need to ungroup it. Each letter will be separated. Now the second part is select a complete word, right click. Where is the group? If you can't find the group here, go to the object and group it from there. Repeat the same thing to all the words. Now if you guys have done the same thing which I did, your each word is separately grouped. Now what can we do with this? First, I'm gonna put don't, then I'm gonna put lit, then I'm gonna put yesterday, like this. Now come to take, too much, off, today. I can change its color, like put it red, same for today, and then maybe much yellow or orange. Let's put all the other words white. Let me draw a shape, go to the gradient, change it to gradient. We're gonna cover the gradient lesson in our gradient section, but right now let's put the rectangle shape we created to the back of everything. With this color, I think yellow will match well. Select all of them, right click on them, group it. I can resize it or rotate it a bit or duplicate it. Rotate this one back to the straight, resize it, go to the opacity, and increase it to 10. This is how your typography looks. It was a rush made. You can work it very well if you guys have time to create or to put your creativity in it. I was just showing you the path, how you guys can work with type tool, how you guys can work with your typography, how can you improve your typography. I will also um, record another video about typography and how to use them in your posters and your videos, which is the best place to put your text in a video or in your thumbnails or and your posters, whatever it is. So this was the class about type tool and typography, a complete course. If you guys haven't seen the type tool lessons, I can put its link in the description, or and here maybe somewhere you guys can see the video about type tool lesson 1 and lesson 2. Follow them, then come to the typography lesson. If you guys haven't subscribed it, again, I'm forcing you guys to subscribe it, share it with your friends, and press the bell icon to be notified of our upcoming videos.